So we got TJ on the ride. How you doing today, TJ?
I'm awake. That's the best I can offer right now. I'm not a morning person, even though I'm pretty much always waking up early for work or school. But I know, like my natural high is after like 9 o'clock at night, and that's when I have to go to bed.
No, for real. Well, I definitely applaud you for stepping against the grain and doing what you got to do. You know.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. So let me ask you, what do you do for fun around here?
Well, when I'm not working and scraping by whatever little money I can, I pretty much like to cosplay. Like my boyfriend and my friends, like we cosplay. You know, costume role playing is basically what it stands for. Where you dress up as like a character from anything, whether it's fiction, non-fiction,
comic books, and
yeah, because my boyfriend cosplays as Deadpool, and yeah.
Oh, he did Deadpool?
Oh my god, he pretty much is Deadpool. Once the mask goes on, he's just all Deadpool.
Oh, for real? Does he act like Deadpool talking with the jokes?
Yes, he does. It is funny as hell.
I would love to meet him. That's for sure.
Yeah, like if you're ever on Instagram, you look up Trigger Happy Box, but his nickname on Facebook is John Boogeyman.
Oh, yeah?
I still can't remember how he came up with the name, but still.
Yeah, feel free to plug any Instagram or anything you got going on. With the cosplay, we know your boyfriend does Deadpool, but what about you?
Well, aside from him doing also does Red Hood from, Red Hood and the Outlaws, I'm familiar with that, but my very first cosplay was Hannah Annafellows, which was a character from this anime called Black Butler. She was this demon maid, like, she was abused a lot in the show. When you find out what she really is, you have no sympathy for her at all.
Really?
And then that was pretty much the first cosplay, and then over the years, you put your own thing together rather than buying the entire suit, which...
Yes, I was going to ask if you made your own stuff. So I know a lot of cosplayers do.
For the most part, yeah, like one of my favorite games is Infamous Second Son for the PS2, and PS4, excuse me, and one of the characters, Fetch Walker, she has like these neon powers, and she lives in Seattle. I had bought a wig for her hair, and I bought a green jacket off of Amazon, but on the back of her jacket has this pink graffiti art, and I tried to get as many pictures as I could to get the picture like exactly right onto the picture, and it actually worked out.
That's good.
And then I bought some like little neon lights to wrap around my arms, and they would like flash, so it looks like I'm like blasting anybody with like neon or whatever.
Oh, for real?
And I had this it was a pink flame prop, but I tried to make it look like I was like zapping something, so that was pretty cool. And I got to meet Troy Baker, who's one of the voice actors in the game. Like, you name almost any game for the PS4, he's one of the voice actors.
Really? He's big like that, huh?
Yeah, he's really cool, and I got to meet him twice. Like, I got to meet him earlier this year when I was in the Fetch cosplay. I'm like, okay, Troy's gonna be there. I have to be Fetch because he's one of the coolest guys ever. He's so cool in person. So
they have a lot of conventions out here. I've learned there's more than just Comic-Con.
More than Comic-Con, pretty much. Cause like they have ones down in Orlando. They have ones in Tampa, like MegaCon and MetroCon, which is more anime based. MegaCon is a little bit more. Actually, MegaCon's a little bit of everything. Like Comic-Con's like it sounds, it's comic books, and then MegaCon it's a little bit of everything.
Like video games and as well as, and then you guys have like the anime characters as well.
Yes, like I've always been an anime kid since I was a little girl. Like everybody else, my first anime were like Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Cowboy Bebop, which is one of the best ever.
I'm a little older. My first anime was like Fist of the North Star.
Oh man, that is so classic.
That is a classic.
That in years.
Yes, that and then like Vampire Hunter D. You ever watch that one?
I read that one in high school. I read the manga.
You should. Yeah, that's a real good one. That's one of my favorites as a kid. But yeah, that's really cool. What would you say is the favorite one that you've done so far? Maybe the one that you mentioned?
Well, one I actually started doing earlier this year. If you're familiar with Mortal Kombat at all, Meleena, the one in pink with the teeth, she's basically Katana's clone.
Yeah, but she's got the razor sharp teeth like the Baraka, whatever his name is.
Yeah, because basically she's actually a clone from Katana that Shang Tsung had made, because they felt like Katana wasn't ruthless enough to basically be a worthy assassin.
Oh yeah, because wasn't she really like the daughter of the original emperor that...
Yeah, then Shao Kahn killed her father so that way he can inherit the throne, and well, that's a whole other story, but anyway.
Right. Get the
I've always loved Meleena because like she's vicious just because she loves being vicious.
Right.
So I actually did like my own version of it, because I'm not... Like, some people are really comfortable in their bodies to do like their outfits a certain way, and I'm not, despite how I look. So I tried doing a burlesque version of Meleena, which worked out so awesome. Because I actually had like teeth inserts I could put in my mouth, and I could actually talk with it. I had the contacts, the hair. I actually made the size out of EVA foam, some wooden dowels, and just like crazy glue, or not crazy glue, hot glue, and they actually came out really well.
Yeah, that's really cool. I love the creativity. That's like the big thing. See, I'm an artist myself, so any kind of art I'm a big fan of. And
Cool.
I love whenever there's like a Comic-Con, I'll go on and watch like the highlights of like you know, the YouTubers and stuff are walking through there interviewing people and showing off their costumes and everything. I love watching that stuff because it's so cool. So cool. How long you said you've been doing it again?
It's been about, I want to say 5 years, like 5 or 6 years I've been cosplaying, yeah. It's kind of hard to, because like right now I'm just working in retail and I'm trying to work my way up. Because right now my paycheck doesn't match my lifestyle. Because like when you're building
cosplay is just for fun. You don't get paid for it, do you? Or do they actually pay?
I don't, but they actually, our cosplayers actually get paid to show up at conventions, have their own booths up, like explain like how they started out, like how they like physically get themselves in shape for a cosplay.
Right, because there are some people actually becoming famous I've seen as cosplayers.
Oh yeah.
So.
And like a few of them will show up every so often. I can't think of any off the top of my head because the coffee hasn't kicked in yet. But like some of them they'll go in, and one thing I really enjoy about cosplaying too, like some people like they'll get in shape just for the sake of getting in shape and being healthy, but they cosplay so they actually look like their characters.
Oh yeah.
I've seen some people, like if you're familiar with Attack on Titan at all. Like,
I know of it, but I'm not a big gamer myself. So.
Long story short, everybody lives in these 3 walls. It's like the wall Maria, etc., etc. But like some people who dress up as the Titans, these guys are pretty much built. Because one of the characters turns into a Titan, and this guy's body is just shredded. So anybody who wants to cosplay as him, they try to make sure their bodies are the same way. Like it's not prosthetic makeup, it's not anything at all. Like this is their actual body.
Right.
They actually look like the character.
Kind of like how an athlete would start conditioning and getting ready for the season. The cosplayers are doing the same thing for the big Comic Cons and Mega Cons and stuff that are coming.
Yeah, right now, because like my boyfriend's trying to like build up his body for not just for Deadpool, because like I said, he also does Red Hood or Jason Todd, as some people know.
Yes. I was gonna say, isn't Red Hood, because the Red Hood I knew is from Batman.
Yep, that's the one.
Jason Todd, the old Robin.
The old Robin, who's now a total badass and just reminds us why we loved him in the first place. Because in the comic, they didn't really like him that much.
No, they didn't like him at all because he was a copycat of Dick Grayson, and everybody loved Dick Grayson. So
yeah, and then he had the really cheap way of killing him off by Damien accidentally killing him.
No,
and then
whoa! Spoilers here, spoilers. No, I didn't even know about all that. I know the Joker killed him. No, that's not a spoiler because that's how he comes back as the Red Hood.
Like first was the crowbar. Like if you show. Like when my boyfriend does Red Hood, if you show him the crowbar, he will actually like freak out. He's like, put that shit away right now. Oh, for real? Yeah.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Well, I definitely love the fact that you guys go all out, you know, and embrace it. You know what I mean? Because so many people, I think, take life too serious, and that's why you know I love stuff like that. You know, because
life is too short, man. It's like, you know what? Like for us, every day is Halloween. It's not just one time a year. It's like it's one thing to look like the character, but if you actually become the character, oh my god, it's the best feeling.
Oh yeah, you get to break out of your own skin and enjoy that fantasy for a little bit. I love it. Any tips for any upcoming cosplayers? Do you have any advice?
Well, for anyone trying, like you can always go cheap. You don't have to get the big fancy stuff. You can do a lot with EVA foam, which is basically what gym mats are made out of, hot glue, wooden dowels. There's something called warbler foam that is actually pretty inexpensive. You just heat it up with a blow dryer. You can mold it however you want and make armor, stuff like that.
Oh, really? So you can shape it to however you want?
Exactly, because it's kind of got the texture of like really thin like foam sheets, like how little kids use.
Right.
But it's a little bit thicker. And once you just blow dry it, you can just pretty much shape it like to make like gauntlets over your arms or like shoulder armor or anything like that.
Oh, that's definitely cool. Good to know, because I had no idea. And if I wanted to do something,
yeah, because like if you're starting out, like you can never go too small. Because some people will like buy a whole outfit that might cost them like $1,000, like piece for piece, you know, wig, contacts, makeup, and stuff. But if you make it yourself, like from the ground up, like, you know, a little practice.
And I think that makes a huge difference whenever I'm watching and I can tell, or I can't tell that they actually made it themselves when it's like professionally done, but they actually took the time, and so that's what scores the points.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be perfect every single time. Like some people like the cosplay, like even if it's made entirely out of paper, it doesn't matter.
No.
The fact that you try, you put some effort into it.
Some people I could tell they didn't put much effort into it, but they still did it. So So
exactly. And plus, once you do cosplay, is not consent. That's something that's constantly been a thing. Like girls who wear like like the skimpy outfits, but that's just how the character looks. And there have been some cases where they've been victims in some ways, but it's like cosplay is just fun. It's not consent for anything.
Right. Just because they dress that way doesn't mean they're opening the door for the creepers.
Exactly. They'll maybe get their pictures taken, get featured like on a cosplay website. That's one thing. That's about it.
Right, and they can't help it that just about every girl in comics and anime are dressed skimpy.
Yeah, plus there's some guys who do cosplays pretty well. Because there's this guy, even on the internet, you'll see he actually does a cosplay of Akasha from Queen of the Damned, Aaliyah when she was the vampire.
Yes.
You would never know it was a guy because he did such a great job with it. The makeup was good, like the bustier or whatever it's called was really good, and he even like had the motions down whenever he was dancing. Like, dude.
So be careful when you're hitting on people at the cosplay.
Exactly. Because I saw somebody who was a really cute Meleena, and he's like, "Oh hey, how you doing?" I'm like,
"Oh, for real?
Like, What's up? How you doing?"
That is so funny. All right, well we got you here and appreciate the conversation. It's been a lot of fun.
It's good talking to you.
Definitely. You have a great day.
If you're ever on Instagram, my name is Meenachan223.
Meenachan.
So if anybody wants to follow, subscribe, or however that works, I'm still getting the
How do you spell it? How do you spell it?
M-I-N-A Chan CHAN and then 223.
All right.
It's my birthday, by the way.
It
was the first thing I could come up on the spot. But you have a good one.
Yeah, you too, definitely. But where you from originally?
I'm from New York.
All right, what part?
Yeah, I'm from Bronx.
The Bronx?
Yes, sir. But I'm thinking about actually moving up there. Yeah, but it's also like with the school that I went to, and I just had a bad experience with that school. So
man, you're like you're preaching to the choir type of state. I lived that life.
Oh, word?